Hello, this is Dami Schumacher, and welcome to my midweek musings. So, today I want to talk to you about the importance of exercising our minds, right? And I got thinking about this because I often do posts and Facebook Lives and have conversations with my clients and my followers about their pain points, right? The things that are that they're dissatisfied with, the things that they want to see improvement in their lives, the things that they want to change naturally, right? That is the catalyst for even beginning the conversation. And some of these things, I'll give you a few examples, which I'm sure a lot of you out there can relate to. Maybe things like, Dami, I am really indecisive, and it's really frustrating me because I'm now aware of this and I can see how it's holding me back. So how can I learn to become a better decision maker? It could be that you have identified that you find it difficult to hold on to your own values when you are amongst other people or a certain group of people or a certain individual, even that you become easily influenced by other people. And so you're unable to then stand firm to what is right for you to do, even though you may know it inside. It could be self-belief, that you have the potential to do bigger, better things with your skills and your talents, yet you've now identified that there's obviously some kind of a block here, and you keep getting stuck at a ceiling point, and that ceiling point is a place that you're not necessarily very happy with, and you want to be able to push through that, and have identified that this is something to do around your belief systems about who you are and what you're capable of and a whole bunch of other things, right? So you get the idea. We're talking about things that are going to, once you do manage to push through them and repattern them, can potentially have an enormous beneficial results on the other side of it, right? And I got thinking the other day that actually it not only is it a hard thing to do, I understand and appreciate that these are difficult things to do, but it is available to each and every one of us to do it if we so wish. But why a lot of people may not succeed in quite the way that they want to succeed, or give in too quickly, right, is that they don't exercise their minds. And it's a little bit like this. Now, exercising our mind is the foundation and the connecting factor to all of those examples that I gave, to everything that I do and talk about here, right? It's all about mastery over the mind, controlling our mind, regaining that control that we have over the years become subservient to and given away that power. So reclaiming our power that we gave away, and we have the ability to harness that back, which is the good news. We can harness it back, right? And this is the underlying principle and foundation behind all of this work, mastery of our mind. And the difficult part is that sorry, I lost my trail of thought there for a minute. We have to, yes, become better at learning to master our mind, but much like if you were going to the gym and you wanted to build your biceps or your triceps or your quads, right? A muscle group. Even if you don't go to the gym, you can probably understand what I'm saying here. If you've never trained that particular muscle group, even if you don't know, I say all of us out there, 99% of the people out there listening to this, even if you've never ever done any kind of intentional exercise before in your life, you probably would have the understanding and the knowledge and the common sense to not walk into a gym and pick up a 100-kilo bar if you've never ever exercised your arm muscles before, your biceps before. Why wouldn't you do that? One, you probably may not be able to pick it up. But secondly, even if you did, there's a high possibility that you will do some injury where you will tear that muscle group, okay? And so what do we do when we go to the gym? We start off small. First of all, you warm up. You warm up on the day before each and every session, but then you are in the long-term plan, you start off by warming up your body. So you get your body used to moving and activated again. Get those muscles, wake those muscles up, and slowly get them to become used to being stretched. And that's what happens when we are working and building and strengthening a muscle group in our body. Imagine if that is the muscle group there, you are slowly stretching it ever so slightly. If we went straight to that 100 kilo bar, this is what you're doing, is going to go snap, right? You're going to absolutely just tear it apart. There's no elasticity there. Whereas when you build it slowly with the warm up and the slow gradual reps, you're just ever so slightly stretching it like that. And by doing that, you're making it more elastic, more flexible, more supple, and stronger. And it grows and it gets bigger, right? Now that's the same for our minds. So when we dive often straight into becoming a better decision maker, becoming, fighting and working on our self-belief. I'm not saying don't do those things. Do those things, right? That's good. But there is a danger if you've never exercised your mind, and think of your mind as a muscle. As my favorite brain coach, who I haven't spoke about in a while, but my favorite brain coach, Jim Quick, will always say, use it or lose it. Your brain is a muscle to be exercised. And we have neuro pathways that are connected, that form belief systems, that form our memory, that form our focus, all of those kind of things. And your focus is not static. Your memory is not static. Your skill sets are not static. You don't stop at a certain point. What we do stop doing, unfortunately, is exercising it. But if you consciously make the point of exercising your memory, exercising your focus, or in this case, exercising your repatterning your belief systems, you can train it. It will put up resistance, but you can train it. If you go straight into the heavy lifting, such as I want to become a better decision maker, I want to improve my self-confidence, my self-belief in myself, etc. You might manage it, but the likelihood is that you probably will do some damage. And you may not even realize that you've done some damage because it's not physical. You're not going to, unlike when you walk out of a gym and you've just lifted the 100-kilo bar and you have a physical tear in your body. And with that physical tear, you've also got the physical pain. Unlike that, there will be a pain and there will be damage, but it will be on a level that you may not recognize and realize. And that is, you'll end up, not 100% this will happen, but quite likely what will happen is that you'll end up reinforcing those limiting beliefs, right? That, no, I knew I couldn't do it. I tried really hard to make a firm decision, and look, here I am. I've just spent 5 minutes with my foot in either side. Should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? I can't do this. I'm rubbish. I'm really rubbish. I'm so indecisive. And you then end up beating yourself up about it because you didn't succeed, however you're measuring that success. And then you end up reinforcing the old belief system because you didn't get the outcome you wanted. And then you lose hope, you lose motivation, and you may give up entirely. Or if you do keep with it, well done. But if you do keep with it, it can feel a little bit trickier, a little harder to do. Like it's more effort to do. And so I got thinking, I thought, how many people really just warm up their minds, train their minds in an easier way on a day-to-day basis, on a daily basis, without having these big things that you want to change in your own life, and just exercise your mind, right? And you can get all these wonderful games and puzzles out there that help you exercise your mind. And the thing about exercising your mind is not, think of it as one muscle group, but also you can think of it that you need to exercise it in different ways. So if you're trying to increase the muscle of focus, well, then that's what you need to exercise. If you're trying to increase the muscle of memory, well, then that's what you need to exercise. There are separate exercises for the different outcomes that you're looking for here. And the same as if you're trying to repattern your belief systems, you need to practice exercising that. And so I have a little takeaway here for you. For those of you who want to be able to start up with the warm-up reps, right? So that you don't have the split muscles, the torn muscles, and will give you greater resilience to then be able to tackle the big things. And it's really, really simple. It's when you catch your mind, notice your mind being ungrateful, whinging, whining about something, and we all do it, right? Big or small. You might be a big whinger, whiner, moaner. Let's use that word. It's probably better. You might do it all the time, and you do it. You might not know it, but if you don't know it, this probably isn't going to resonate for you, or you probably don't understand it, and you may not even be here watching. But for those of you who have some awareness of this, and you do catch yourself, and you're like, oh, why am I complaining about that? What I will offer you here and ask you to do is consciously notice that you're complaining about something. Pause and say next, and switch your attention to something that you can be grateful for. And I assure you, there is always something to be grateful for. If you can't think of anything, just be grateful to be alive, that you are there living and breathing. Be grateful that you have your health, whatever capacity that's in. Be grateful for anything, big or small, but offer some gratitude, because offering gratitude will shift your vibrational frequency unlike anything else can. And practice that every day, in every moment, as often as you can. That is training your mind in the simplest way. And the reason I give this as an example, as a startup exercise for us all to do, because we're all guilty of it. We all complain about something, right? Whether we're big complainers or not, we all complain about something. It's human nature. But the more you start to be aware of it, and each and every time you can shift your attention and offer something you're grateful for instead, you are exercising your mind. So then when it does come to tackling the bigger things that you want to change in your life, your muscles are already warmed up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found something in this useful and were able to take something away. Please comment below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is from this live. and how it's influencing you today in your world. Take care now, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.